Welcome to Monday Mindset with Houchins Insurance Group. We're here at the first of 2023 where we're all setting goals, whether it's in our business or our personal, maybe it's our personal fitness goals, or maybe it's our personal finance goals, or just goals for our family, whatever the case may be. We would like to recommend that we also set goals for your health plan. A lot going on this last year. Really, we're coming off of fourth quarter where our renewals are really tough. We continue and see that in that trend continuing into 2023. So we really need to do a deep dive into what you're doing when it comes to your health plan. So 3 quick areas we want to touch on that we would recommend looking at. We spent a lot of time talking about your RX spend. In these videos, we've talked with a couple of different vendors. We've talked about how you can reduce that RX spend. Really, it comes down to what are you spending your money on? What level of drugs? Do you have any specialty drugs that's really driving your cost up? Or how many brand name drugs that are driving your cost up? So what type of drugs are you spending your money on? And then where are you getting those prescriptions? Are there alternative sources? Can we source them internationally? Can we move them to a mail order scenario? Whatever the case may be. So the RX spend inside of your health plan is typically what we call the low-hanging fruit. We can get in there and get our hands around what's going on and kind of see what you're spending the money on and where you're spending it out, and see if we can redirect some of that expense and put some money back to your bottom line. So RX spend is number 1. Number 2 is a clinical analysis. Getting claims data is critical in our world, but when we get that claims data, what do we do with it? That is really the question. What's next? Here we know what's going on. We know where the dollar's being spent on what types of services. What's next? Also, and maybe just as critically important, is identifying the potential risk. Meaning, you've got some employees out there that have not sought care. Maybe they're out of compliance with their maintenance meds. They're not taking their maintenance meds. They're not getting their preventive screenings. They're not taking their diabetic medicines or their blood pressure medicines. Those type things. So when you get the clinical data, what next to do with it? And that's really where we try to partner with our groups and excel and come up with a plan on what to do about the claims data, the clinical analysis on the clinical side. How can we improve costs, improve those trends out there, and hopefully head off a tough renewal before it happens, potentially. And then finally, looking at alternative funding. Are you in the right plan? Maybe you've been fully insured for a while, the company's grown, and things have changed, your financial picture has changed. More than ever, there are different alternative fundings, whether it's you have fully insured, you have max funding or level funding, you have traditional self-funded. There's lots of options out there for you, lots of tools and resources we can use. The trick is finding the right fit for you and your organization, and what's the right fit for you. So alternative funding. So just as a recap, 3 key areas that we would say, hey, look at your health plan in these 3 areas in 2023. And if you need help with that, give us a call. We'll be glad to walk you through any of these steps. Number 1 is your RX spend. What are you spending your money on the pharmacy side, and where is that money going? 2 is the clinical analysis, looking at the claims analysis. What is the clinical side of that, and what can we do about the claims and where the money's going? And is there an opportunity to redirect that or head something off before it happens? And then 3, alternative funding. Are you in the right style of plan? Is there a different funding mechanism that we could plug in for you that makes more sense for your organization? So hope this was helpful. Love to continue these conversations. We got a lot of stuff, great stuff, videos coming in 2023. Everybody have a great week. We'll see you next week.